Previously on Dragon Ball Super, Beerus the Destroyer arrived on King Kai's planet and asked Goku about the powerful warrior who had appeared in Beerus's dreams.
Super Saiyan God, let me think. I mean, I know all about regular Super Saiyan, sure. But that's a no on the God stuff, but...
Hey everybody, Captain Ginyu here, and welcome to the show. Today I'm bringing you another episode of the Dragon Ball's deck series. The decks I plan to showcase in this series are for the more casual DBS player out there. Now, we all know meta decks are cool and all, but you're not going to see any of that here. I want to take a different approach with this series and hopefully show you guys some decks that won't break the bank and you can get from your local game store or just from ripping packs with your friends. Now, some of the decks in this series may not be up to the best meta date, but it doesn't mean you still can't sleeve them up and have a good night with your friends sitting around playing some Dragon Ball Super. And today's deck list is brought by yours truly. And of course, it's just like the best deck on the face of the earth. It's just the greatest, strongest, best deck ever because, it's mine. But PS, really, it sucks. I've recently decided to sort all my cards and stuff so that I can get my finalized collection list together. So this is the deck I had together before what I call the mass sorting happened. And hope you guys enjoy it. Links to everything can be found below in the description of this video. Now without further interruptions, let's get into this deck. I'm also not going to go over the price of every card. The price will be listed below and it will be the price found on DBS-Decks at the time of recording this video. So for each card, I'm not going to say the amount you're going to need for the deck list. There's going to be a little Dragon Ball in the upper right hand corner and that's going to tell you how many you're going to need. So now let's get into the main deck. So for the leader card of the deck, we have Hit, Assassin, Returns. We're looking at the leader front here, and when this card attacks, draw one card and it gains 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. Its awakened ability is if you have 4 or less life, you can draw one card and choose one energy and switch it to active mode and flip this card over. It has 10,000 power. And now we're looking at the awakened side. Assassin, Hit, Returns. Auto, when this card attacks, draw one card and it gains 5,000 power for the duration of the turn, and you can choose up to one skill-less battle card in your drop area with an energy cost of 2 or less and play it. This card doesn't activate main battle. You can use it once per turn, choose one card in your hand and place it in the drop area. You can choose one of your opponent's battle cards that has double strike, critical, or blocker and KO it. The leader card is 15,000 power. First up we have After Image Technique for 1 red. Counterattack. If your leader card is red, choose up to one of your cards, it gains 40,000 power for the duration of the turn, and choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, it gains negative 10,000 power for the duration of the turn. This card can also be activated when you have 5 or more cards in your drop area by taking a life instead of paying its energy cost. Next up we have Broly Demonic Origins, 2 with 1 red and 1 green and 1 for 10,000 combo power. This card has energy exhaust. If you played another red or green multicolor card in your energy area, you can negate this card's energy exhaust. When you play this card, your opponent chooses one card from their hand and places it in the drop area. This card has 15,000 power. Next up we have Dende New to the Job for 1 any and 0 for 5,000 combo power. This card has Deflect. When you play this card, draw a card. This card's activate main cost 2. Place this card in the drop area, and if your opponent put an energy in their energy area by a skill, you can basically put that energy in the drop area. This card has 3,000 power. Next up we have Denial of Hope for 2 red. If your leader card is red and the battle card your opponent is playing has 20,000 power or less, put it in the owner's drop area. Next up we have Foreseeing Hit for 4 energy with 2 red and 0 for 5,000 combo power. This card has Double Strike. When you play this card, you get to look at your opponent's hand and take 2 battle cards with 35,000 power or less and put them in the owner's warp, and at the end of your opponent's next turn, those cards come back to their hand. This card has 20,000 power. Next up we have Hit, Conqueror of Time. 3 energy with 2 red and 0 for 5,000 combo power. At the beginning of your opponent's main phase, you can put 1 red card from your hand in the drop area. This card cannot be taken off the board by opponent's skills or battle and does not leave in any other form. This card has 15,000 power. The next card in this deck list we have Hit, Spacetime Transcended. 3 with 2 red and 0 for 5,000 combo power. This card's activate main ability costs 2 red and 1 any. When you pay that cost, you can choose 1 red hit card in your drop area or warp with an energy cost of 6 and evolve it on top of this card. You can't play any other red hit cards with an energy cost of 6 for the duration of the turn. This card has 19,000 power. So for the next card in this deck we have Hit, 2 energy with 1 red and 0 for 5,000 combo power. This card has 15,000 power. Next up we have Inferno Villainy Cell, 4 with 2 green and 1 for 10,000 combo power. This card has Critical. Auto, when you play your combo with this card, draw a card. This card has 20,000 power. Next up we have Is That All You've Got for 1 red. If your leader card is red, negate the attack. Choose 1 red card from your hand and put it in the drop area. And if you do, choose 2 of your opponent's battle cards and they gain negative 15,000 power for the turn. Next up we have Kami Global Unifier, 1 any and 0 for 5,000 combo power. This card has Deflect. Auto, when you play this card, draw a card. is activate main ability cost 2. If your opponent has 4 or more battle cards in play, choose all of your opponent's battle cards ignoring barrier with the cost of 4 or less and KO them. This card has 3000 power. And here we have lightning fast hit. 6 with 2 red and 1 for 10,000 combo power. This card has evolve for 3 red and 2 any over any hit card. This card has double strike. And when this card evolves into this card, inflict 2 damage to your opponent directly. This card has 25,000 power. Next up we have Nappa Demolition Man. 2 with 1 green and 1 red and 0 for 10,000 combo power. If your leader card is red or green at the end of battle, when you combo with this card from your hand, play this card. This card has 10,000 power. Next up we have No Escape Son Goku. 1 any and 0 for 5,000 combo power. The card has Deflect. When you play this card, draw a card. Players cannot use non-keyword skills to return battle cards in the battle area to their owner's hand for the duration of the game. This card has 3000 power. Next up we have Raditz Arrival of the Invader. 4 with 1 red and 1 green and 1 for 5,000 combo power. This card has Energy Exhaust. If you have a red or green multicolor card in your energy area, reduce the combo cost of this card by 1. When you play this card, your opponent reveals their hand. You can choose one battle card with 35,000 power or less and set it to the owner's warp. This card gains critical for the duration of the turn. It has 20,000 power. Next up we have SS3 Scramble with 2 green and 3 red and 1 for 10,000 combo power. This card has Ultimate. It is a rival red green for 3 red and 2 green. It also has Energy Exhaust. When you play this card, choose one card in your life and put it in the drop area and deal 2 damage to your opponent. When your opponent combos with a battle card with an energy cost of 2 or less, choose one card in your opponent's combo area and put it in the owner's drop. This card has 40,000 power. Next up we have SSB Gogeta Resonant Explosion. 5 with 1 green and 2 red and 1 for 10,000 combo power. This card has Double Strike. It is a rival red green for a red. It also has Energy Exhaust. When you play this card, choose one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 4 or less and KO it. You cannot use the skill again for the duration of the turn. This card has 20,000 power. Next up we have Super Saiyan Son Goku for 2 green and 0 for 5,000 combo power. This card has 20,000 power. Here we have Vados' Assistant for 1 red. Negate your opponent's attack and switch one of your battle cards to active mode. And here we have the price breakdown from DBS-Decks. Now, just remember that SS3 Scramble is only one card in this deck, and there are plenty other good red-green cards that can be put in this deck in its replacement. So closing out this game is going to kind of revolve around these 3 cards here, because you're going to be able to get the Gogeta out just for 1 red, and you're going to get the Scramble out for 3 red and 2 green. But when you get to play that card, you get to burn your opponent for 2 life. And same with the hit, there's a bunch of cards in the deck that lead up to the chain, and just basically you can play this card and take 2 damage to your opponent directly. The other option of the deck is just go very, very wide with all the skillless battle cards, because every time your leader swings, you're going to end up pulling one out of the drop area and putting it on the battlefield. Thank you for watching this episode of the Dragon Ball's deck series. I hope you enjoyed the video, and hopefully you'll try this deck out with your friends at your LGS or at home at the kitchen table. Don't forget to like, rate, comment, subscribe for future Dragon's Nest deck lists. And as we say up here in the Great White North, have a good one and keep her going, eh?